a cool startup. We are born in Denmark, but we have a growing office here. Like by far, the biggest part of our team is based here in Malaga. And as some remark, we were named best place to work in Malaga in 2021. So I guess that's a possible reason that why I'm sitting here. All right, going to the topic. Well, attracting talent, Luis, well, I think we've all said the same. Attracting talent, especially tech talent, it's super, super hard these days. I think we, having attraction engine that works, it's something we all would like to have. It's something like, who would want to have something like what Google built a few years ago? You know, they managed to project a company that it was a dream to work for everyone. And it resonated so hard in people's minds that it's still up these days, you know? Now Google is a big tech company, what we call big tech. I guess there's no question about that. So even though for engineers, for some people that look for certain challenges, it's not that attractive anymore, I guess it's still a company that everybody would like to work for, or most of the people like to work for, and it's still something that the population in general feel like. So I don't know how to do that. I don't think I know all the secrets, but I do have some learnings that we got in our journey, and a few things that we have implemented in Playtix that I feel proud about. I'd like to share with you. So, okay. So, first attract, then retain talent, right? Well, one could say that's the natural way of things. Like first you attract people, and then you manage to retain them. Well, I don't see it quite that way, to be honest. I think it's very hard, like trying to attract talent before you've cracked how to retain it. It's very, it can cost you a lot of effort, time, and money. It probably will be a big waste and set you up for failure. So I hope we can all agree that a key employee leaving your company, well, everything I say, it's at least it works for a startup. Like for very big companies, I don't know, some things will probably be slightly different, but I think nobody wants to lose an employee that is working well, that is producing. So if we all agree that it's super costly to lose a person from your team that is delivering well, we should focus first on retention, like figure out how to retain them, and then invest in attraction. So I think, yeah, attraction, it can cost a lot of money that we can go to waste if we don't figure this out. So how do we do attraction? Well, you know the sentence, fake it till you make it, but not really, not really. I don't think this can work for retaining talent. It's, you know, in my opinion, unless you're convinced, truly convinced about the benefits of retaining talent and applying strategies that will keep your employees around you and make them stick around you, it is not going to work. You really need to live it. You know, there's a lot of, in HR and employer branding in particular, and talent retention, I think there's a lot of buzzwording, like we are only what our employees are, everything is around our employees, like all is thanks to our employees, like, and I'm going to say those things too today, right? But I think if you don't really, but it's easy to say, but then what? What do you do after? Like, what are you doing to show your employees that you really care, that they mean a lot to you, that you want to keep them around? I think like all this empty talking about wording, about employees, blah, 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 it won't take you very far, because I think it takes very little for a person that joins your company to figure out if they are treated as an expendable resource or as a person that the company really cares about. Okay, so what do we do? Well, culture. I think I'm super proud of Plity's culture. I think it's the very single thing I'm most proud about, to be honest, and I really mean it. I think it works, and it works because it's something that we've taken super seriously from day one. My co-founder Mauro and I, we are completely aligned on that, and that helps, of course, and it's something we've been implementing always. So, in my opinion, everything, all the accomplishment that Plity has got so far and what's to come evolves, and it's sitting on top of the foundations of a strong culture. So how do you do that? How do we do that? Well, first define your company's culture. There's no right culture. You need to go for the one that is right for you, the one that you think it will work. It's aligned with how the founder's management team sees the company, and then nurture it. Always keep it in mind. Anything you do, keep the culture that you're trying to grow and to keep in company, have it in the back of your head, and let it lead as much as possible of your actions. Only hire culture fits. This is super relevant. It's not easy to do. Sometimes you need to hire, and then you find a person that apparently has the skills and experience, but it's not a culture fit. And my recommendation here is don't do it. Still, sometimes you fail, you mishire, you make a mistake. Then you need to do the hard thing. If you let someone to break your culture, then probably there's nothing left to be proud of, and the rest will follow and leave the company. And provide the right environment. Provide your company and your employees with what can nurture and leverage that culture, that something that will keep them happy, but also show the company values, and it's completely aligned. It could be, I don't know, it could be a nice offices, beanbags, pool table. I don't think there's anything that makes everyone happy. Oh, just kidding. Free food. Like give your guys free food and more free food. It's like spreading bliss all around, you know. You're feeding them and you see the happiness coming to your face. No, just kidding. So there's nothing really that will work for everyone. Nothing. But you need to figure out what works for you and for your culture and try to provide it. Okay, so what can we do for our employees? First, I don't think you can see shit of this pyramid. Maybe? I don't know. Well, anyways, so the thing is, it shows some. Okay, you need to figure out what's important for each employee. Each person is different, and they change over time. Like, I didn't want the same things in my 20s that I wanted in my 30s. Yes, I'm 40 now. Yeah, it's too bad. So you need to try to provide each person and facilitate what makes them feel happy and you know, and what fulfills them. Then, how do I do that? How do we do that? How do we think it's the right way? First, well, it says up there, like they're your colleagues, not your just employees. I say the word employees many times in these few minutes, But in my personal life, I never say employees. I always say college. I really don't like it. I'm one more there, and then since I really believe that, I try to avoid doing things or keeping things away from them that I wouldn't like others to keep away from me. So probably the best thing you can do is flexibility. Flexibility is a very big umbrella. It goes from like flexible schedule, like picking holidays whenever you want, working remotely whenever you want. I think this debate is super annoying, like everybody asking the same question. Well, yes, offices, remote, like, I don't know, whatever they want. That's the right answer. Sometimes I feel like going to the office, sometimes I want to stay home. That's what you need to provide. Then give trust and responsibilities. We hire a lot of young talent, and we try to challenge them. Like, I think what you can know, but pretty staff know that we try always to grow from inside. We don't like to hire a lot of high positions. We try to give opportunities people to show their value and grow within the company. Of course, if you want to give trust and responsibilities, you need to define clear KPIs. Right? With this, you avoid like measuring performance based on shitty things like time spent at the office or for how long it's connected to Slack or whatever. You know, you need to define clear and fair KPIs, and you really should be focusing only on that. Are they delivering or not? Then I don't mind if you work late hours, if you wake up super early. Like at the end, of course, flexibility. You have to give as much as you can, but there's always some limitations. Find your limitations and implement them. But at the end, what I want to know is, did you deliver what we said you will deliver? And that's all I need. And of course, really, really care. Like, don't pretend you care. If you do, they will see. Because it's ridiculous. Yes, you have to really care about your people. And I think we do, or we try. And before you know it, each employee will be an ambassador for your company's culture. And I think attraction happens instantly after. Then you can invest and take further actions or anything. But at the end, with all the offers, job offers, and all the companies that are looking for talent right now, if the companies you're considering, if you get to talk to some employee and they say, hey, yeah, this is a great place to work, like, come join us, then that's probably the game changer. That's what validates your company and makes someone choose you instead of others. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Run out of battery?
I don't know. Oh, yeah. Always like that. So I wanted to say thank you so much to Alex. Before we open up for like the general, we're going to open up for a general debate where you can ask questions to everybody. Are there any specific questions for Alex? Wow. And Luis said, let there be light. Yeah, Luis?
I have a couple of questions. I'll just do one, actually. Talking about KPIs, I found it specifically hard to control that. I've been running a small company for long years, and obviously that makes it difficult, especially nowadays with remote work, etc. When it comes to marketing and creativity, I mean, you can control the number of commits of a developer on a making project. You can control the lines of code to write, but how can you have KPIs as someone who's in charge of creativity for the company working hard?
Well, it is a very hard question. Like for development, I'm going to start with development, okay? Because that's, well, I'm an engineer. Not so much I know about marketing. I'm going to try my best, but it's not really lines of code or commits. That wouldn't work. So what is done is like we agree on how. So we define pieces of work like templates, right?
Sprint, huh?
No, that's the thing. That for tasks, so we take template tasks that say this is this hard. Well, some companies do like what is called poker planning, which is with points. So this is a 3 points task. This is a 5, 7, whatever. And then in a group, they all throw cards and vote how hard is this to do. So at the end, you have this many points in a sprint, as you said, and the whole team agrees. It's not one person. It's not the manager or it's one developer. The whole team votes and they agree how much can be reasonably be done within 2 weeks. And then as engineers deliver the work, others check for quality of what they deliver. So at the end, if the sprint is finished, everything has been delivered and all the reviews have gone through, you did your tasks. So I'm not saying it's easy for marketing or creativity, but if you have tasks ahead and you can reach an agreement of what is reasonable, then you got it. Of course, if it's another more numbers-based marketing like leads or MQLs or whatever, then it's easy to measure. Like creativity, yes, it's hard, but I think that what should work there is to discuss and agree with the team what is reasonable and then stick to it.
Okay, that's actually quite interesting for me because I work in a creative department. Anybody else have any specific questions for Alex? Irina?
How to maintain this culture of startup user skills?
I missed the last part. How to maintain the culture of the startup? Well, that's a hard part, isn't it? We are 60-ish, right? And it's I don't think it's becoming harder. You know, I think if you crack it at the beginning, if you just need to hire fits, because then if it's a total misfit, it won't work. But like not 100% fits, but they're more or less aligned. The culture that you created, like, embraces them to belong completely. Like, the culture keeps itself. Of course, you need to be, like, taking actions if something goes out of place or, like, sideways, and you need to take actions to nurture it. But if you... I think I hope it's never too late. But if you start from the beginning and are really strict with it with the first few hires, then the culture kind of keeps itself. It's something you can really see at Playtix. Like when we hire people, they're very soon they feel the culture and they integrate super quick, and it's like the whole company makes sure that they fit. It's like magic.